Well, hello and welcome to 3 Tarot Card Pick with Crystals with Spirited Tarot with Margaret Emery. We're so glad you're here and let's get right to it. Today I thought we might do a little bit of exploration on animal totems and spirit animals. I have a few here and some tarot cards. I've separated the tarot cards after I shuffled them into piles. So let's start with this beautiful, it's an elephant, and I don't know, there you can see it pretty clearly, and it's made of white turquoise, which is a very, very interesting stone. It's turquoise, but it happens to be white, and of course, white being a very spiritual color, it absorbs all colors in the spectrum, and it's very, very calming effect, this beautiful white elephant. And elephants are generational animals. They really hold the wisdom of the ages. So when you have an elephant as your totem, you are thinking of and experiencing all the ancient wisdom coming to you through the ages. Just think of that trunk. And what is the expression, an elephant never forgets? Yes, well, that could be true for many, many animals, but here we have the elephant, and let's see the tarot card at the top of the pile. We have the Page of Wands. Wands, are those sticks that have the green sprouts of growth at the ends of them. So here we have a young fellow. Pages can be men or women, but a young person, and they usually have that energy of youth, which is, in this case, very adventurous and wants to go on travels. The atmosphere is rather arid. We see like a desert landscape, but it doesn't seem to put any kind of a dent in his readiness. He's all dressed up, very fancy in his cloak. I don't know if you can see, but on the cloak there are salamanders, which are they're actually a symbol of transformation. And there he is, very, very jaunty, looking to the future and ready to make his way even in the midst of this arid landscape. So that's a very, very positive and thrilling aspect for the Page of Wands. And next we have the dog as the spirit animal. Dogs definitely, they are domesticated, but they are so prevalent in our society, and everybody, the pets that really, really bring such happiness to people. Here we have a little dachshund. That's one of my favorite dogs, and a friend gave it to me, and I'm very glad that it's in my midst. I mean, dogs are companions. They're very loving and faithful, and also the message is it's a little bit about masters and slaves with the leashes. So when you have a dog totem or an animal totem like a dog, you might also consider what it means to be free of bondage. This dog, even though they might be under your leash, they have their own spirit and they are free to be who they are, and we must love them for that too. So I love the idea of having a faithful companion, but I also love to think of this faithful companion as very much their own entity. And here we have the three of swords. Well, I think the picture really is very, very self-explanatory. There's a beautiful red heart that's punctured by 3 swords, and in the background we have a stormy cloudy weather with rain. You know, swords in tarot have to do with the element of air. So we're talking about communication and mental activity and words and thoughts. And so sometimes our feelings might be hurt. Maybe there's been some arguments, maybe some words were said. And when we have a 3 of something, it's, you know, momentary. This storm won't last. So we might have our feelings hurt, but we can get over it. And sometimes we might think maybe our own control of the situation can have to do with not taking things so personally. So that's a message from the 3 of Swords. And here we have a frog. I love frogs. I think they're so much fun. They jump in and out. They're very, very sprightly. They have a lot of adaptability, and they carry messages that are very, very spontaneous, yes. And here we see this frog. He's ready to jump into your life with lots of good messages. And I enjoy the uplift of the frog. And here we have the Fool. Now the Fool is the first card of the Major Arcana, and the Major Arcana is the section of cards of the tarot deck that have to do with the big life lessons. As you can see, this is the Fool. He's starting off. He doesn't even have a number. He's 0. So this is definitely beginning. And when you begin your journey, the Fool is beginning the journey, and he is ready to step off the cliff. He has his face to the wind in the air. He's carrying a beautiful white flower in one hand and his little knapsack in the other. As you can see, he doesn't have a big knapsack because he really travels light, and he has great belief in what's ahead, the abundant universe. In the background, we have the sun shining, and then we see, you know, the white snow-capped mountains, and at his feet there's a little white dog that's barking, maybe warning him, but he pays no attention. He's ready to go. He has great belief, and this is definitely a leap of faith. That's what the Fool is all about. You have to, at times in your life, have a leap of faith. You might not know what's ahead of you, but you have to follow your instincts and your intuition and start the journey, and know that you'll receive guidance from, whether you believe in your spirit, animals, or guides, or angels, or God, but you'll receive messages and help along the way. And that's how the beginning of the journey begins. So there you have it. 3 tarot card pick with crystals with Margaret Emery. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do, or leave a comment, or visit me on spiritedtarot.com. The Fool, Swords, and Wands. It's a very good reading with our animal totems. Enjoy and be well. See you next time.